Hi everyone and welcome to another Phoenix Paranormal video. Today we'll be counting down the top 5 most haunted places in Gauteng, South Africa. Please note this list was compiled by the Phoenix Paranormal investigators and is not based on speculation, rumors or hearsay, but our own meandering experience in investigating these locations. Before we get started, please subscribe to our channel for more great paranormal content. It will be very much appreciated. Okay, so here we go. Number 5. The Old Jail, Heidelberg. Completed in 1888, the Old Jail served both as a prison and a hospital to the community of Heidelberg. The Old Jail has been very kind to us in the past, delivering some of the most riveting evidence we have ever captured on camera. From a full-body apparition to the heavy front door of the jail flung open and communication with a female prisoner on the SP7, the Old Jail never disappoints. The history around the place is rich and well worth a visit, where the kind-hearted members of Moth will take you on a tour. The Second Boer War is most likely responsible for the prison's notoriety, with the unlawful execution of Solomon van As. He refused to be blindfolded in front of the firing squad, and the bullet holes in the coarse sandstone is all that echoes this heartbreaking story in the name of war. The jail now serves as a museum and events venue, and is probably the only place where ghosts are spoken about openly, and has become an attraction in itself. The prison is by no means scary, but very active, most definitely. Number 4. The Lindfield House, Auckland Park. This beautiful Victorian house is straight out of the mid-1800s, and walking into the home feels like stepping 150 years back in time. Named after a village in England, the construction of the house was completed in 1910, and every one of the 18 rooms are filled with exquisite collections of artifacts accumulated over time by the Love family. Every object brought here from across the globe contributes to the overall energy in the house, amplified when nighttime rolls around. Apart from a Tibetan skull drum in the museum and objects being thrown in the doll room, the countless EVP responses we have captured and rash outbreaks, the scariest spots in the Lindfield House will be the children's rooms and the attic. The attic is said to be occupied by a mean spirit of Umkali, and he does not take kindly to strangers in the house. He has made his disdain known to our investigators, growling at them, and some have even walked away with scratches. Just a reminder that what you cannot see can still hurt you. The Lindfield House is a scary place, and the energy inside is very unsettling. And if you still doubt that the house is haunted, go check it out for yourself, where tours are available by appointment, and the host and owner will give you a fantastic experience of what living was like in the 19th century. Number 3. The Melrose House, Pretoria. Perhaps best known for the location of the signing of the Peace Treaty of Eniging between the Boers and the British to end the Second Boer War. The Melrose House is a historical and architectural wonder. A huge house with 3 stories, beautiful stained glass windows and a massive tree outside. It gives you a glimpse of what it might have been like to be invited to a quiet Sunday lunch in the garden, followed by a round of tennis in the early 19th century. Inside, however, is a completely different story. The feeling that you are being watched contributes to the fact that you are just not welcome. Perhaps that can be attributed to the nasty nursemaid, wandering the hallways looking for disobedient children, or, if you dare, make your way up to the loft, the most unsettling room in the house. Here we've been touched, pinched, pushed, hit with a burning sensation running down your spine. The secret door in the claustrophobic room that opens into the roof has given us some crazy EVPs, suggesting that the current occupants are 19th century slaves. Trust us, you don't want to be locked up in this mansion alone. Number 2. Sprinkel, Modderfontein. Sprinkel opened its doors in 1911, serving both as a healthcare and mental facility. This is probably the closest that we've ever come to investigating an abandoned mental asylum. This location is a paranormal investigator's dream, and it features multiple buildings on the premises, isolated and haunting, mixed with the disturbing energy that only Sprinkel can provide. Unfortunately, these buildings have been reduced to dust for new development. The main building is all that remains, and it looks like something out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. And on the inside, the notorious suicide room. We caught an amazing EVP consisting of a full sentence of a woman saying, "Help me, I can't see, it's dark in here." But the true gem on the property must have been the abandoned house not far from the main building. The energy was so dark and intense that it induced vomiting. Some of the investigators had to abandon the investigation because of becoming extremely emotionally affected by the unknown forces. Arno even saw an apparition of a little girl. Take it from us, this location is a hotbed of paranormal activity, and we recently confirmed that there was a definite suicide in one of the outbuildings. The sad part, apart from the countless lost souls wandering the property, is that Springhill no longer exists. But this 108-year-old building left us with memories that will haunt us till the end of our days. It is one of the most haunted locations we have ever been. Period. Before we get to number one... Wait, what the hell? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here are a few haunted locations that just missed out on our top 5. Number 1. The Ou Raadsaal, Pretoria CBD. Of all the countless locations we have investigated, this place frightens even our most seasoned investigators, and is probably the main reason why we want to go back. Yeah, we want to go back. Ask anyone in our team and they will tell you that the old council hall still haunts them to this day. Commissioned by President Paul Kruger himself, the construction began in 1889. This Renaissance revival style wonder has witnessed and absorbed some if not all of the energy of what occurred in Church Square at the time. One must keep in mind that back then the square was the pulse of the early Pretoria and resembled a town straight out of the Wild West. With public hangings in the square, it is no wonder that all the hostile energy has found a home in the surrounding buildings, including the Ou Raadsaal. The building is a maze of secret passages and full of dark nooks and crannies, giving the feeling that every step you take, you walk deeper and deeper into the grip of looming fear. The entire place is a hotspot, including the basement consisting of jail cells. Dave was paralyzed by an unknown force, where he could not speak or even move. You see, dark entities usually target the ones with weak resolve. But at the old council hall it is very much the opposite, where they went after our strongest members first. A medium once joined us on an expedition and said there was a dark non-human entity roaming the council hall. She even dispatched a flask of holy water at the front door, which dissipated upon impact. Our investigators have been scratched through their jeans, their hair pulled, and have even seen dark shadow figures watching them from the gallery. Mimics are also a common occurrence inside the hall. Like said before, it's hard to put into words the feeling inside the Raadsaal. It's ominous, petrifying, haunting and dark, so very dark in every sense of the word, and not the kind of place you ever want to be alone in, because the shadows might just swallow you whole, never to be heard from again. The Ou Raadsaal ticks all the boxes, creepy, chilling, scary, and it's in a really dodgy area in Pretoria CBD. This place is haunted. And that concludes our top 5. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon. And don't forget to hit the Phoenix icon to subscribe.